Video opens with a rapid montage, the grainy, black and white feed of a CCTV camera swiveling nervously. Red and blue police lights wash over wet asphalt. A heavy iron gate slams shut with a deafening clang. A sea of faces in a crowded street, eyes wide with anxiety. Narrator. What is it like to live in a city where survival is a daily victory? Where the simple act of walking to the store or returning home from work is a gamble against chaos? For millions, this isn't the plot of a dystopian film. It is the stark, unrelenting reality of their everyday lives. These are the cities pushed to the very edge. Urban nightmares where danger lurks behind every corner. A constant, oppressive presence. In the heart of South America, Caracas, Venezuela, stands as a chilling monument to societal collapse. Once a thriving metropolis, it has descended into a desperate struggle for existence. Here, the economy has not just failed, it has disintegrated. Supermarket shelves stand eerily bare, monuments to a forgotten abundance. Endless lines of cars snake for miles, waiting for a few precious liters of fuel, a daily ritual of frustration and futility. People with haunted eyes sift through refuse, searching for anything of value, anything to eat. Security is a luxury few can afford, and even then, it is an illusion. Homes are transformed into personal fortresses, encased in thick iron bars and bristling with locks. Yet the fear never subsides. On the streets, the social fabric has torn completely. The slightest provocation, a misplaced word or an accidental bump, can ignite into sudden, brutal violence. Hyperinflation has rendered the currency worthless and life cheap, while political turmoil has created a vacuum filled by lawlessness, making Caracas one of the most homicide-ridden cities on the planet. Thousands of miles away, nestled in the South Pacific, lies Port Moresby, the capital of Papua New Guinea. Postcards show you a tropical paradise, a coastline of breathtaking beauty where turquoise waters meet lush greenery. But this idyllic image shatters the moment you enter the city's grim reality. Here, danger is not a consequence of war or economic collapse, but of deep-seated social breakdown and endemic poverty. Life is lived behind high walls topped with barbed wire, within fortified residential compounds that resemble military garrisons more than homes. Venturing outside is a calculated risk. Vehicles never stop at intersections, instead speeding through known high-risk zones, their occupants scanning the roadsides with a mixture of practiced vigilance and raw fear. The city is stalked by the infamous rascal gangs, ruthless criminal syndicates that control entire neighborhoods through intimidation and violence. Carjackings, armed robberies, and kidnappings are not just possibilities. They are a constant, imminent threat, a dark undercurrent to life in this so-called paradise. Further north, the ancient city of Damascus, Syria, bears the deep disfiguring scars of a decade of brutal conflict. Though the storm of all-out war has subsided, its destructive echo reverberates through every street. Life attempts a fragile return to normalcy amidst a landscape of ruin. Markets are open, but they operate in the shadow of skeletal, bombed-out buildings. The city is a fractured mosaic, with military checkpoints dissecting neighborhoods, their heavily armed soldiers casting a wary, suspicious gaze on every passing civilian. Here, the danger is both physical and psychological. In the rubble-strewn lots, children play, their laughter a heartbreaking and resilient sound against a backdrop of unimaginable loss. But the trauma of war is etched into the city's soul. The unexploded ordnance buried beneath the streets is a metaphor for the psychological wounds carried by its people, a constant, unseen danger that could detonate at any moment, reminding everyone that peace is still a fragile, distant dream. The screen fills with a sequence of powerful, close-up portraits, a Venezuelan mother's look of weary determination, the guarded, watchful eyes of a man in Port Moresby, the quiet, resilient gaze of a Syrian shopkeeper. Each face tells a story of fear, despair, and an unbreakable will to endure. Narrator. From the economic abyss of Caracas to the anarchic streets of Port Moresby and the war-torn heart of Damascus, the face of danger takes many forms. It can be born from collapse, from lawlessness, or from the aftermath of conflict. Yet in these urban nightmares, amidst the most harrowing conditions imaginable, the human spirit persists. The final shot is a slow zoom-out from a single brightly lit window in a vast, dark, and sprawling cityscape, a tiny beacon of life in an overwhelming darkness.